And welcome back into Studio 10, everybody. Thank you so much for staying with us. And today I'm joined by the Executive Director of Lansing Promise. I'm here with Justin Sheehan. How are you, Justin?
I'm doing well.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about what Lansing Promise is and what their mission is.
Sure. Lansing Promise is what we call a place-based scholarship for every kid that lives in schools within the Lansing School District boundaries. And really what it is, it's an organization, a group of folks who've been around about a decade, who believe in the inherent worth of every young person in this city, and so we invest accordingly.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about that investment and how you're working with the youth today.
Sure. What we know is it's about identity, belonging, and purpose. Right? We know if our kids understand their inherent worth, right, that they are learners, that they are capable, that they are talented, and that they will be successful, right? That's a strong identity. Sense of belonging really has to do with being in classroom, on campus, in the workforce, and really in any place in their neighborhood, right?
Awesome.
So belonging is important, and then ultimately purpose. We want to make sure that they find the purpose, right, that they're driven to, so they can build a career that really builds a brighter future.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are some of those things that you guys work on a day-to-day basis with the students and the children here in Lansing?
That's a great question. Reality is hope in itself is a critical component, right? If we can't see where we're headed, it's hard to know where we're headed, right? And so we're actually working to build both college and career access and opportunities for kids, getting them on campus. We rely on a lot of teachers and a lot of counselors, a lot of family members and parents to really cast a net wide for our kids, for them to understand not only opportunities, right? The more than 2,000 kids have already set foot on campus through this program.
Wow.
Right? So if you can see it, you can be it. But it's also about something called identity-based motivation. And that means that when we're supporting teachers, we're helping our kids. When we're talking with parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles and neighbors, what we're talking about is, if we believe in our kids, which we certainly do, what are ways that we as a community can really walk our kids through into that brighter future, right? And if that's by reducing financial barriers to post-secondary success, good, right? Whether it's MSU, LCC, Olivet, Davenport, or now skilled trades, we're making sure that kids have opportunities available, and we want to make sure that finances are not going to be a barrier.
That's awesome. No, one thing you said was making sure that they all have access. What are some of the things that are standing in that way of children, of the students of Lansing, that are standing in the way of them getting an education?
Sure. It's an important question, because we do say barriers as though everyone understands what barriers are.
Yeah.
And the reality is we've all got barriers, right? We've all got risk factors. For our kids, we're finding that awareness of the program itself. And again, I know I keep saying identity, but identity is a big deal, right? When kids see themselves as, I want to be successful after high school, it just depends what I'm going to be and where I'm going to go, we see kids take advantage of it, right? With more than 2,000 kids and a 98% retention rate at MSU, for example, right? When Lansing kids do something, they do it well. And what we want to allow our kids to understand is they are a part of a successful community, and whatever they want to do, whatever they want to be and they want to dream of, they really can do it. And so the barriers, they might be financial, right? They might just be emotional. They might be, I don't know anyone that's done that specific career, and so we simply want to reduce those barriers through representation, through folks that look like them or have had their experiences. Say, hey, I'm in finance. Hey, I'm in medicine. Hey, I'm a carpenter. Right? And any of these jobs or careers that kids begin to see, it turns out that when we get them present on campus, or we get them present in a career-focused area, we get them present on a construction site or in the hospital, kids begin to internalize their abilities.
That's amazing, and thank you for just all the work that you're doing within our community. I think it's so amazing. Now, if people at home that are watching want to get involved with Lansing Promise, whether that's being a mentor or just by donating, where can they do that?
Simply lansingpromise.org.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Justin.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.